In the mid-2010s, ASIS, Australia's top intelligence agency, was tasked with one of its most critical and urgent missions, Operation Mercury. The operation was initiated in response to intelligence that a dangerous terrorist cell, with ties to ISIS, had been planning a large-scale attack on Australian interests in the Middle East. The group, known for their use of brutal tactics and sophisticated operations, was preparing to target Australian diplomats and key infrastructure across multiple cities in the region. ASIS was called into action to infiltrate the cell, gather vital intelligence, and prevent the attack before it could be executed. The mission began when ASIS intercepted communications between the terrorist group and known ISIS operatives, revealing details about the planned attacks. The group was preparing for simultaneous bombings and armed assaults on Australian embassies, businesses, and expatriates in the region. The intelligence gathered indicated that the cell was highly organized and well-funded, with access to military-grade explosives and advanced weaponry. ASIS's mission was to neutralize the threat, track the movements of key operatives, and ensure the safety of Australian nationals and assets in the area. ASIS agents were deployed to key locations in the Middle East, where they immediately faced a significant challenge. The group was operating in a war-torn region, where both local authorities and Western intelligence agencies struggled to maintain control. The terrorist cell had embedded itself within local insurgent factions, making it difficult to locate and neutralize their leaders. ASIS agents had to work covertly, using a combination of human intelligence, HUMINT, signals intelligence, SIGINT, and surveillance to track the group's movements and gather real-time information. The operation relied heavily on infiltrating local networks and building relationships with informants who had direct access to the terrorist cell's inner circle. ASIS agents spent weeks in the field, operating under deep cover, cultivating sources, and gathering intelligence on the group's plans. Through careful surveillance and interception of encrypted communications, ASIS was able to pinpoint key locations where the cell was storing weapons and explosives. One of the critical breakthroughs in Operation Mercury came when ASIS identified the location of a major weapons cache being prepared for the attacks. The group had been amassing explosives, firearms, and other materials to carry out the bombings, and ASIS was able to track the movements of the weapons to a safe house in a remote area. Armed with this intelligence, ASIS coordinated with the Australian Federal Police, AFP, and local military forces to plan a series of raids to intercept the weapons and arrest the individuals involved. The operation culminated in a high-risk raid on the safe house, where ASIS agents, in coordination with their international counterparts, seized large quantities of explosives, weapons, and ammunition that were intended for the attacks. Several high-ranking members of the terrorist cell were arrested, and the network was disrupted before it could carry out the planned bombings. The success of the operation prevented what could have been a devastating attack on Australian interests in the Middle East and saved countless lives. Operation Mercury was considered a resounding success, demonstrating ASIS's ability to operate in one of the most dangerous and unpredictable environments in the world. The operation not only disrupted the immediate threat, but also weakened the broader terrorist network, as key leaders and operatives were taken off the battlefield. ASIS's ability to gather actionable intelligence, infiltrate terrorist cells, and work in close coordination with international intelligence agencies was key to the operation's success. While much of the operation remains classified, its results speak volumes. The mission not only saved Australian lives, but also contributed to global counter-terrorism efforts. ASIS's role in Operation Mercury highlights the agency's expertise in neutralizing global threats and its growing capacity to adapt to the evolving landscape of modern warfare, where threats can be both conventional and asymmetrical. Operation Mercury serves as a testament to ASIS's continued commitment to national security. It showcases the agency's ability to protect Australian citizens abroad, even in the most volatile and challenging regions of the world. Behind the scenes, ASIS agents continue to play a vital role in keeping Australia safe, neutralizing threats before they can harm the nation or its allies, and ensuring that Australian interests around the world remain secure.